Topic A, dictionaries. What about them? Now, dictionaries are data structures that hold information in key value pairs. Now, the keys are there instead of an index. So in a string, let's say you got 5 items. Each item in a string is going to have its index. The first one's 0, second one 1, the last one's going to have index 4. Dictionaries do not have an index, but they have a key to which each piece of data is attached, which can make dictionaries a little bit more intuitive. So what I mean by that is, let's say you want information about a person. You got their name, gender, their age. If those are just items in a list, that could be confusing to look at. But in a dictionary, there's going to be a name, and to it there's going to be John Smith. Gender, male. Age, 37. So data is basically sort of wrapped up in an easier way to use. More intuitive, for sure. So there are 2 kinds of dictionaries. So you've got the basic dictionary, which is unordered, and the basic dictionary is what you use 95% plus of the time. And then there's a special kind of dictionary called the ordered dictionary. As I said, if you think about the property of lists having an index and having a particular order, ordered dictionaries bring this feature. So let's have a look at how we work with dictionaries. You can create a dictionary in 2 ways. So you can either have a sort of format where you write dictionary equals, take the brackets, and then in there you put your variables, or the much more common way is actually just to use curly braces, followed by, inside the curly braces, you're going to have the key and the value separated by a colon in between. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So here we have the sort of standard, most frequently used way, nicknames. So the key is the name of the person and the value is the nickname. So Bob's nickname is Bobby, Alice's Ali. So you type in type nicknames, class, dictionary. This is the second way you could have created the exact same dictionary. You could have used function and had your keys done. Essentially, they're going to be strings, but you're doing them without quotation marks. You're using the equal sign. Personally, I will be using the method above in most of the programs that we do. Talking about programs, I've talked enough about dictionaries. Let's create them and play with them a little bit in code. In this video tutorial, we're going to be creating dictionaries and doing some basic operations. So we're going to create a dictionary 2 different ways, one with a dict method, the other with just curly braces. Then we're going to print those dictionaries. After that, we're going to read values by using the keys of the dictionary. Finally, we're going to be writing values. So let's start by creating these 2 dictionaries. I'm going to kind of have a little bit of a game-based theme. We're going to have scores and nicknames as our 2 dictionaries. So we're going to create scores first, and for that I'm going to use the dict method. So here you do not have to actually have quotation marks for your keys. So we're just going to say Bob equals 20. So keys Bob value is 20. And then we can have Alice equals to 23. So that is the first dictionary. The next one's going to be nicknames. And that I'm going to use the curly braces for. So look, typically with these, if dictionaries are really short, meaning 2 or 3 items in them, you can maybe write them on 1 line. Normally you write them like that. I'm just going to write them on 1 line just to show you different ways this thing can look. So I'm going to say Bob, well, nickname for Bob, it's already a nickname. I guess Bobby, Alice, Ali. Alright, auto format, good. Now let's print them. Print scores. Okay, running it. There you go. Bob 20, Alice 23. Print nicknames. Bob, Bobby, Alice, Ali. Beautiful. So let's read a specific value. We can print score off. Now this is where you use a square bracket. Score off Alice. And we should get scores. That's the name of the dictionary. And we should get 23. Excellent. Now let's write a value. Let's write another person. So we can add a person. Let's just add them to scores. So we can say scores. Now this is where we put the new key, and that is where we put the new value. So the new key can be Cam, and the new value can be 22. And then we can print scores again to show how that has been created. There you go, cam 22. You can increase the score of cam. Check this out. So it's 22. We can say scores cam plus equals 1. It should be 23. So that's the way that would work in a game. So just to recap, we've created two different dictionaries using two different ways of creating them, the dict method and the curly braces. We've printed them both. We have printed values from a dictionary by using the key. So we printed 23 by using the key Alice. We've created a new dictionary item with key cam value 22. We've iterated that and we have tested that it works.